Okay, so I'm just setting up the live stream. Naglo-load pa siya. So please tell your classmates na mag-ano na. Kasi iba pa rin yung experience na you're seeing me discussing the topic instead of just watching the video. Okay, so again, are you seeing the slide presentation?
Yes po.
Okay, so for this afternoon,
Opo.
thank you very much. So good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Okay, so again, so for this topic, what we'll be discussing is the continuation of the different types of letters. So as mentioned a while ago, that we had already tackled the order letter as well as the letter of inquiry. So for this afternoon, we'll be focusing on is on how to write claim and adjustment letter. So these two, claim and adjustment letter, actually go hand in hand. So let us determine what is the reason why these two comes come hand in hand. Okay, so when we talk of a claim letter, so it is an appeal to the reader's sense of fair play, honesty, reputation, or professional pride, a view to motivating him to take necessary action promptly to rectify the situation. So when we talk about claim, it is also called complaint letter. So it is usually written by a customer. Let's say, for example, a customer ordered a certain product or services from any company, and then after that person received the product, he or she noticed that there is, let's say, a defect, or let's say there is lacking of number of delivery. Let's say, for instance, the person requested or ordered for 10 boxes of chocolate, but when the parcel was sent, that person only received 8 boxes short of 2 boxes of chocolate. So that is a situation wherein a claim or complaint letter always took place or takes place. So you might be saying, sir, is it still necessary for us to write claim or complaint letter now that we already have the landline numbers or telephone numbers or cell phone numbers, or even we can do it through email or just write a direct complaint to the company using their website. Okay, so it is still relevant for you to use claim or complaint letter because there are still instances wherein writing a letter is a more direct way of telling your points regarding the product or services that you receive. And there are still instances where in many of the companies, especially if you are having a big transaction with other company wherein claim or adjustment letter is still applied. So let's say, for example, if you will be working in a company wherein you are tasked by your superior or by your manager or by any of your higher ups requesting you or telling you to write a letter to a company wherein you have an order that is short of numbers, then might as well that claim or adjustment letter is very much necessary. So again, when we talk of claim or complaint letter, this is a type of letter that you are writing if and only if there is something wrong with the products or services that you would like to address to the company in which the said order was transacted. Okay, so although there is a complaint, although there is a claim, the letter must be courteous. Okay, so hindi porke meron kayong problem with the product or services, tatarayan nyo, sisigawan nyo na agad yung company. Because again, if you would like the company to pay attention on your claim or on your complaint, you should still be courteous in order for them to still prioritize you. 'Di ba kapag ika'y reklamo ng reklamo, ano ang tendency noong pinagrereklamuhan mo? They will not be attending to your concern right away. So even in just a direct transaction, person to person transaction, let's say if you had already experienced working as a cashier in a fast food chain, 'di ba kapag ang customer ninyo ay pangit ang atake sa inyo o pangit yung pagkikipag-areglo sa inyo, you're not actually motivated to give a response to the complaint of the customers. The same is true if you're writing a letter. So you should not be attacking impolitely the person whom you are writing with, because again, in order for you to receive a good response from the person whom you are writing with, whom you are complaining with, you should be writing a letter in a polite manner. So that is the thing that you should bear in mind when you are writing a complaint or a claim letter. Again, be polite, be courteous. And more importantly, you should state directly what the points are, what you would like to tell to your customer or to the person whom the claim or adjustment letter is addressed to. So next, remember that a claim or adjustment letter or a claim or a complaint letter is still a professional letter, and you are transacting from one business to another. So if you would really like to have a good reputation with the person whom you are transacting with, you're being the representative of your company, you should be tactful, you should be politely expressing your thoughts or your complaint. Okay, so these are the formats on how to write a complaint letter in a polite manner. Okay, so first, there should be a clear explanation of what has done wrong. Okay, clear explanation of what has done wrong. Give full information for the quick identification of the defective product or faulty service. In the case of a product, details such as the exact date of purchase and arrival, the amount paid, the order number, the color, the size, model number, etc. are helpful in making a recheck by the supplier easier. So you should provide the information needed in order for the company whom you or the business in which you are transacting with can identify the your previous transaction with them. Okay, so you should provide them those information that is very much relevant for them to easily locate your transaction. So again, when you letter, always begin it with the greetings. I'm always reminding you that begin it with a greetings. That greetings alone should be considered as a one paragraph already. So I still notice some of you that who are still adding or still using good day and then using it with the other paragraph. So again, good day should be written as a separate paragraph. So good day. Thank you for your letter number TP slash 324. So that is a transaction number of 4th April 2016. Forwarding bill number M334 dated 4 April 2016. So that is what we meant by the transaction information. So you are giving the idea, the person who are reading your letter about the transaction that you made. In it, you have included two items which we did not purchase. They are staplers, 10 pieces, 10 numbers or 10 pieces amounting to 600 pesos, and paper rims, 1 dozen amounting to 500 pesos. So now the question is, on this paragraph, what is the problem raised by the customer? So what is the problem raised by the customer? So ito yon. In it, you have included two items which we did not purchase. So in this letter, the person is complaining about the inclusion of two items that are not actually included on the items that they have transacted. So they bought products from that company or from that business area, from that business, and in it or on that bill, there are two items that should not be included. So that is their complaint. So that's how they addressed it on the first part of their letter. So next, After you have identified the complaint, you should stipulate now a statement of the inconvenience it has caused you or the loss suffered as a result of the mistake or defect. How does it affect you as a customer when that said problem happened? So it seems there has been some mistake in copying from our personal account maintained by you. Okay? So, yun yung kanyang in-address na inconvenience. Then the next part of the letter should be an appeal to the reader's sense of fair play, honest reputation, or professional pride, with a view to motivating him to take necessary action promptly to rectify the situation. When we talk of to rectify the situation, that is what you would like them to correct. Okay, that's what we meant by to rectify the situation. So I have been your consistent customer and this is the first time I encounter this concern. So ikaw na itong naagrabyado, meron ka pa rin papuri. Okay? So meron ka pa rin papuri at some point. So I have been your consistent customer. The mere fact that you are a consistent customer on the said business, that means that you have been receiving good services from them. And the person mentioned that this is the first time I encountered these concerns. So slightly, you have that in implication of you are still giving credit to the company or to the business. I believe it was an honest mistake, and you have no intention of causing us this inconvenience. So you see what I meant. What I meant of a polite manner of telling your concern to the business, okay, to the company. So still, despite of the inconvenience that you receive from that, you still have that slight way of saying a positive thought about your previous transaction with them. Okay, so again, you said, I have been your consistent customer, and this is the first time I encountered this concern. I believe it was an honest mistake, and you have no intention of causing us this inconvenience. So because if you are again polite with the way you mention of your complaints, then they will be giving you the right service on the next time you will be transacting to them. Okay, so at the end of your letter, so you have to state of the adjustment you would consider fair adjustment. So when we talk of adjustment here, we are pertaining to what you would like them to do now that there are complaints that have been raised. So that's what we meant by the adjustment here. So the things that you would like the company must do in order for them to correct the mistake that they have done. So for this statement, the letter sender stated that, will you please get it checked and send us another bill? I am returning them with your bill number M437. So that's the bill number. According to our calculation, only 615 pesos are due from us. I am hoping that you will take necessary action on our request as soon as possible time. But if you're just going to notice, the letter sender did not specifically mention of reimbursing, but it's already the the move or the action, the supposed action of the company or of the business to reimburse what is not being included on the transaction of the customer. So that's how it should be done on part of the business. Okay, so on this paragraph, what is the customer request for adjustment? So again, to check the bill and send another one. Okay, so let's read once again the whole letter so that you will have idea on how complete letter should be constructed. So, good day. Thank you for your letter number TP324 of April 4, 2016, forwarding bill number M334 dated 4 April 2016. In it, you have included two items which we did not purchase. They are uh, 10 staplers amounting to 650 pesos and paper rims 1 dozen amounting to 500 pesos. 500 pesos. It seems there has been some mistake in copying from our personal account maintained by you. I have been your consistent customer and this is the first time I encounter this concern. I believe it was an honest mistake and you have no intention of causing us this inconvenience. So will you please get it checked and send us another bill? I am returning them with your bill number M437. According to our calculation, but it's only 615 pesos that are due from us. I'm hoping that you will take necessary action on our request as soon as possible time. Thank you very much. So if you're going to notice, the whole letter is written in a polite manner and the problem is mentioned right away. And then just again, take note of mention the problem that you encountered or the concerns that you would like to raise about the products or the services that you encounter or you experience with the business. Secondly, how does it affect you? What are the inconvenience it has caused you? Because that should be stipulated. And third, you have to mention what are the things that you would like to arrange with the business or with the company in which you are transacting with. What are the adjustments you would like them to do on your part? Okay, so those are the things that you have to ponder on when you are now writing a complaint letter. Okay, claim or complaint letter. Okay, then this is now the next letter that is we call the sister of the claim or complaint letter, the adjustment letter. So when we talk of the adjustment letter, so this is now the response to a claim or complaint letter. So it is a letter that is expressing a clear understanding of the issues conveyed by the buyer and providing reasonable solutions to it. Its purpose is to respond to a claim or complaint. So one way of writing adjustment letter is that you have to acknowledge the the effort of the letter sender for citing the claims. On the first place, they are your customers, and one way of managing your customers is by responding to their concerns. So if you really would like to have more customers in your business, might as well you have to have a good customer relationship, and by writing adjustment letter is also a way of maintaining good relationship with your customer. So how it should be written? So first, press the claim or complaint. So you have to mention the previous transaction. So you have to stipulate that so that the person who will be reading it will have an idea of the previous transaction. Although we know that the person who sent you the letter or the complaint letter or the claim letter has already idea of what are the things that are included in the letter. It's very more polite and proper to still acknowledge the previous transaction. So on that letter, again, begin your letter with a greetings, good day. May some of you submitted nakalagay good morning and good afternoon. So that is improper. We already mentioned that you should be using good day because sending a letter is not time bounded. Okay, so again, this is the first part of your um, adjustment letter. So good day. This letter is to acknowledge that your statement on April 4, 2016 did include a 150 pesos overcharge. So that means you are informing the person who sent you the complaint letter that you really understood what's the complaint all about. Okay, again, on the first part of the letter, another purpose of referencing on the complaint letter is for you to give the letter sender of the complaint letter that you really understood what's the complaint all about. Okay, so the next part is what action you have taken or are going to take. And you also have to explain the cause of the problem. Because again, kayo yung nakaabala, dapat ipaliwanag nyo kung bakit nagresulta yung pang-aabala ninyo. So, dapat ma-highlight iyon sa inyong letter. So, you have to mention it on the second part of your letter. Thank you for calling it to my attention. Okay, gumamit siya ng my because referring to the person who will be attending on the needs. One of our new billing department employees failed to realize that the current fee structure does not apply to our long valued customers. So they explain there the cause of the problem. And the cause of the problem, it's because of the new employee that they hired. So they admitted the mistake. So that should be highlighted in your letter, that you must also admit the problem that you committed. However, despite committing the mistake that your company or your business did, there's still a need for you to back it up. So how are you going to back it up? So a statement showing the corrected amount will be sent to you as soon as possible time. So ito yung ginawa mong pag-back up, pag-correct, pag-rectify doon sa situation. So a statement showing the corrected amount will be sent to you as soon as possible time. That means you are giving now the customer the idea that you are doing something, that you are attending to their concerns, that you are attending to their complaints. Because that's very important in order for the customer to have a peace of mind. Okay? Sino ba namang customer ang gusto na papatagalin pa o papalawigin pa yung problema, and you're not hearing anything from the company or from the business. Okay, so if you're the customer, of course, you would like to hear something from the business, that you would like them to give you an action that is relevant to your concern. And finally, you have to end with an apology. Never ever forget to give your apology about the things that you did that result to the inconvenience of the customer. So an apology or comment of goodwill. Again, it's one way of establishing good customer relationship. So we appreciate your business and hope that we continue to be your choice for quality analytical service. We apologize for the inconvenience we have caused you. Thank you very much. So there are different ways to end it. Sometimes they are ending it with a promise. Let's say, for example, um, you ordered 10 boxes of chocolate, but there is a short of 2 boxes, wherein what was sent to you is only just 8 boxes. So instead of just sending the additional 2 boxes, pwede nyo idagdag sa inyong letter na because of the problems that you have caused them, you will be adding 1 box in order to compensate the inconvenience that you have caused you. O pwedeng ganun din yung gawin yung atake. So, it's one way of maintaining good relationship, again, with your customer. So, para pakonsuelo, kung tawagin na ipakonsuelo di bobo. So, instead of magbigay ka lang ng 2 boxes, nagdagdag ka pa ng 1 boxes in order for them to still be compensated of the inconvenience. Diba? There are some instances that there are businesses who would do such, or it could be discounts. So let's say, for instance, the next time that you will be transacting to us, we'll be giving you 10% discount. Just present to us this voucher. Okay, so meron silang mga ganong mga ginagawa. So, nagbibigay kayo ng voucher for them to have 10% discount for their next transaction. So, it's one way of giving the consuelo de bobo, or one way of easing the inconvenience that you give them. Okay? It could be, let's say, nag-order sila, mali yung na-order. For the next time that they will be ordering, you will be giving them free shipment. Just present to them the voucher. Okay? So, may mga ganong mga arrangement na ginagawa. So, in order for them to compensate the inconvenience that the company or the business has cost you. 'Di ba? Parang halimbawa kumakain ka lang sa Jollibee or sa McDonald's, and then may mga nakita kang problema dun sa pagkain na kinakain mo, and then you raise to concern. Ang ginagawa nila is they will change everything. They will replace the products that you order. Okay, so may mga ganun din ginagawang mga arrangement ang other businesses. So let's now read the whole content of the letter, the adjustment letter. So good day. This letter is to acknowledge that your statement of 4 April 2000 did include a 150 pesos overcharge. Thank you for calling it to my attention. one of our new billing department employees failed to realize that the current fee structure does not apply to our long valued customers. A statement showing the corrected amount will be sent. We appreciate your business and hope that we continue to be your choice for quality analytical service. We apologize for the inconvenience we have caused you. Thank you very much. So again, a claim or complaint letter is a letter addressed to the company or the business because of the mistake or inconvenience that they have caused to the customer. Okay, so it's the customer who is writing to the business. Now, the response of the business or the company on the complaint is what we call the adjustment letter. You are already making an adjustment to rectify the situation.